Well, good evening, or whatever time you happen to be catching this. I think I'm going to start doing more videos and less typing. It's easier for me. I can get a post out, for example, Thursday before I head out to my weekly card game, and I'm finding it to be a little bit therapeutic for me. Also having fun with a new toy HD camera here. The reason I'm looking over to my left here is if you've not caught Dr. Brett's blog post today, you have to. It's priceless. It's dated Thursday, January 28th. The title is "The Reason I Don't Partner with Your Firm is Because You Are Cheap Whores." It's classic in a way that only he can put in words. Brett, you and I have not talked for a while, but I applaud I applaud your message. And by the way, he touches on I think a fine line that a lot of us have to be very careful not to cross. And that's those of us that are involved in trader education. Have a very fine line to walk. That at what point do you stop making people aware of a bona fide service and it becomes self-promoting? And it's something that I've whenever I've gotten back into education, I've had to carefully manage in terms of reining myself in anytime I think I'm crossing that line, or anytime people think I'm crossing that line, and it's tough. There are some outstanding trading tools out there in this industry, and there's also a lot of junk, and it's buyer beware. It is a situation where, and I'm sure he struggles with the same thing at times. At what time do you stop again, just making people aware of something, and it becomes promoting? Have we crossed that line at all here over the years? Perhaps. I hope not, but I've noticed a couple of times when it just seems to it seems to lend some caution in terms of the things you're doing. And I've had that challenge a little bit with what we've done with the videos and the educational services the last couple of years, in terms of again, how do you make sure you don't cross that line? It's tough, but again, you've got to read that. And speaking of which, I want to let everybody know that I am actually going to be working with this is going to sound funny, but I'm going to be working with a trading psychologist, a leading psychologist, not to partner with, but to help me in my own trading. And I guess you can call this an example where the doctor has to see the doctor. I've mentioned very publicly my ambition and my goal this year to get my sizes up, to really get up to the 300 to 400 block size that I want to be trading. And as I mentioned to the people who were at the live beta TV test yesterday, it's a process I'm working through. I did a post a couple of months ago, maybe a month ago, December maybe, talking about breaking eggs and taking the dollar target off for 2010. And the reason for that was I sensed that the transition would be challenging, to say the least, and frankly, it's challenging. There is that, and I said before, the one thing that I've not yet done in my trading over my career is to progress to that size, and it's something I'm challenged with. The setups, the technical setups, and the trading bias and all that is fine, but it's that getting the size on. And so I've hired a psychologist, and I'm going to be working through that. That process starts this weekend. So this blog, this diary has always been transparent and candid. And that's exactly where I'm at tonight. It is a process that I am still working through, and I am not where I want to be. Whether it's getting used to the swings, whether it's for a bottom line dollar guy who really could care less about rate of return, despite the personal benchmarking we did a couple years ago. Whether that's playing with my mind a little bit, I don't know. And again, I'm not looking for home remedies. And it doesn't affect the trading bias at all. It doesn't affect the expected movements that are fine. But there's that something that I'm trying to get kicked in to get where I know I need to get, and I've made an admission to myself that I can't get there by myself. I can't get there without whether it's getting rid of a mental block or whether it is doing something. There is something that is limiting me, whether it's complacency, whether it's lack of passion. I don't know, but the process starts this weekend for me. And I'll keep everybody posted in terms of how that goes. The reason I launched this diary to begin with was that so I could share the lessons that I've learned over the years and on a day-by-day basis with everybody who wants to stumble across this, and I'm going to continue to do that. So am I where I need to be? No. Will I get there? Yes. But it is a transition for me. And again, I'll keep everybody up to date. So I just wanted to do a quick post tonight and let you know that is happening in my own trading, in terms of the doctor needing a doctor, or the well, I guess getting a little bit of a swing coach in terms of the inside the head stuff. So anyway, I'm still planning on doing the live TV thing next Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll kick that off. And in the meantime, that's about all I had tonight. So I'll keep everybody clued in. Have a great night, and I'm going to go play some cards. Take care.